Welcome to this 6 live series. Yes, I'm going to be doing 6 different trainings for you in order for you to help you build, grow and scale your business to 6 figures. So we're going to be kicking off with pillar 1, which is, surprise, surprise, I'm just going to put this out there, the most important pillar, hence why I'm doing this first. We are not going to go into the strategies yet. We are not going to go into all that kind of sexy stuff, as you may call it, first. We're going to go really back to the foundations of what builds the most wildly successful business. So I'd love to know, put it into the chat box, if you are wanting to scale your business 6 figures. If that's the case, then just put into the chat box 6 figures, okay? Then I know you are in the absolute right place. So when I think about my journey, growing my business, I've been in business now 6.5 years. So when I was looking at doing this live series for you, I really wanted to focus on cutting the fluff and really look at what's the most important things that you need to be focusing on in order to scale your business to 6 figures. And the first thing that I'm always going to come back to is the belief, the mindset work. This is kind of like where your business will go off like this. It's kind of like where the road splits in two, and this is where you build a wildly successful business, and this is when you don't. And it all comes down to how much of the mindset, most importantly, the subconscious work that you are doing. Because what I've found is there are 5 main fears that I see come up with my clients every single day when it comes to scaling their businesses. I've just had the most incredible podcast with Serena, and we were really kind of chatting about when she scaled her business and when she hit incredible milestones in her business, what was the one thing? And she's really into strategy. That's what she teaches. And she said, listen, I've got all this strategic strategy, and of course that's what works. But the thing that got me to my high cash months, the things that sold at my launches, the reason why I've been able to travel lots and raise my son is all down to this belief work. And I'm like, hallelujah. Had 2 client calls this morning where we cleared. One of the girls that came on had this the fear of perfection. She didn't want to post, she didn't want to show up and be visible. Why? Because she had this fear around perfection. We cleared it in one session. My other client had this fear of not being successful, she was so consumed with, what if it doesn't work out? What if I don't reach this level in business? What am I going to look like? What are people going to say? And we're able to clear that. So I want to list out the 5 fears that I see so much coming up. So the first one is fear of failure. And I'd love to know if you can resonate with this, if you're like, wow, that is me. That is exactly where I'm right now. I fear failure. To me, it's such a pressure, a heavy feeling that in order for me to be known as successful, in order for me to kind of be the known go-to expert, I have got to have this level of success. And what happens with that is we set it in high regard that we have this fear of failure that come up. And guess what? That can be paralyzing. That can really cripple you when it comes to you growing and scaling your business. If you have the fear of failing, then everything you do, you're going to see it through the lens of failure. It's literally like you're putting glasses on. I went to look around and see if I've got any random glasses that I could put on. But you're putting the glasses on and all you can see is red flags. What if that doesn't work out? What if that doesn't go viral? What if I don't sell out my launch? What if my podcast doesn't go to the top 10? What if? And you're living in this fright or flight mode, and basically in survival mode, where everything you're doing is, what if this doesn't work out? And you're in the what if scenario. And how I teach my clients is we shift through this belief, we actually get rid of it, eliminate it, and then we reprogram your subconscious mind to be putting on the glasses to actually see the what ifs. But what if it does work out? What if I do hit my target? What if I do call in the most aligned, high caliber clients? What if I nail my messaging and I sell at this launch in pre-sale? Okay, they're 2 very different energies. And when we think about everything you do in energy, strategy, you name the strategy, the most important thing that comes behind that strategy is the energy in which you do it. So you selling out your launch, it will be all down to your belief systems around selling out launch. You increasing your prices will all come down to your relationship around money, what your fears are around money, around success. These are all intertwined. The second thing I see so much, and I'd really love to know if this is you, fear of success. The fear of success. The fear around you actually achieving your goals. the fear around how this will change how people see you. Are you scared to go online and share about you just had the most highest cash month in your business, that you just bought your dream car that was on your vision board, you just booked for an all-inclusive trip to Bora Bora and you don't want to tell anyone? Or maybe you've taken your child out of school and want to home educate them or send them to private school, or you've retired your partner. But the fact that you've hit this level makes you become unapproachable. You're kind of on this pedestal up here where you're thinking, I'm just not relatable anymore. Or are you so scared of how it will change your dynamic with your clients, with your audience, with your family? Maybe you're so used to being, I've had tons of clients, but one that comes to mind about this was she was so scared of how it was going to change her relationship with her partner, because for her, being in victim mode, being looked after, being the, oh, woe is me, this isn't working out, really worked for her. Something I teach my clients, which is about secondary gain. And it's when you want something, you want a goal, let's say you want to get to 10K mums, and you're trying really hard and you're hustling, and then people are recognizing that. And you're not reaching the goal, and it's like, oh, another month where you didn't get it. I say, okay, don't worry, I'll cover this. I'll sort with this. Don't worry, you're trying really hard. It's like it feels really comfortable to be in that victim mode, right? We've all been there, hands up, like everyone has been in that space, okay? And what it is with the subconscious mind is very known, and the subconscious mind likes stuff that is known because it deems it as safe. So you not hitting your goals in your business actually will have a secondary gain to a loved one. Or whether it's, let's say you grew up in a family that had a negative relationship with money, and all of a sudden now you don't feel safe to go, money just feels really easy, like I just do what I freaking love to do, I work part-time, I make tons of money and I help my clients. That doesn't feel safe for you because you have been conditioned that making X amount of money should be hard work. You should be blood, sweat and tears, because then otherwise you don't deserve it. Right? It's like, well, this launch actually felt really light and easy. I had so much fun and I hit my goal. Oh, I couldn't possibly say that. So I'm going to have to go back and be, oh, well, it was really hard and this didn't work out and this didn't work out. Okay. So this is really what you need to work on, is the fear of success. What are you making it mean about you? Or what is your subconscious mind making mean about you? Where's the attachment to, if you are successful, what does that mean? What does that mean to other people? How does that change the dynamics in your business, in your relationships? The third one is fear of rejection. This is huge. This is so big. If you are fearing rejection and you are seeing everything that doesn't go well in your business, like challenges, adversities, you're seeing that as rejection. So a potential client, really, she reached out to you. She was really interested in joining your program or your offer. She ghosts you. Guess what? Your subconscious mind is going, wow, you're not good enough. That program isn't good enough. You've been rejected. Let's not do this again. It's going to do everything in its power to stop you. Hello, self-sabotage. Hello, procrastination. Putting yourself out there, contacting new clients, showing up for your business, doing lives. It's going to stop you because it's going to be like, rejection is the worst thing ever, and we don't want that to happen. If a client defaults in a payment, your subconscious mind will automatically deem that as rejection. And when we think about going back to many moons ago in our tribal days, like you being rejected out of the tribe meant that you died. It meant that you wouldn't have food, you haven't water, you wouldn't have connection. And that's a core factor for us as humans, to feel connected. That's why when you notice you might be at the school run and you're at the school gates and everyone's moaning about the weather, you instantly don't want to be like, wow, I actually really love the rain. Isn't it just so beautiful? Isn't it just so lucky? Another day we're alive on this planet. No, you want to be connected. You want to be in the tribe. So you go, oh, I know, it's raining again. Can you believe it? It's bloody weather, right? Because as it being one of our core factors, having that connection, rejection's the worst thing ever. So what we want to do is reprogram your subconscious mind so it doesn't deem the client ghosting you or the client not paying their invoice on time as rejection. Because as soon as the subconscious mind can see something as it's not rejection, it will go for it. Okay? That's one level. The fourth one I see is fear of visibility. The fear of being seen. And guess what? In your business, in order for you to scale it to 6 figures and beyond, visibility is a massive part of scaling your business. You know, right? You need a visibility strategy. Of course you do. But if your subconscious mind doesn't see it as safe, if you showing up being yourself. I remember when I never used to feel like it was safe to be myself. So I would always make sure my hair and makeup was done. I always make sure that I was wearing something really professional. I was making sure that I was really articulate and I was saying all the right things. And then I realised, actually, that isn't why people hire me. People don't care if my hair is done pretty like this, with makeup on, or if my hair's scuffed up and I've got no makeup on and I'm in pajamas. Like, that's not why people hire me. They hire me for my energy. They hire me for the strategy. They hire me for the subconscious reprogramming, right? But this comes from me really having to shift out the fear around being visible and what that meant. And there was times in my business that the fear of being seen would stop me from showing up in my business, would stop me. And I've had tons of clients that are scared to do face to camera. They're scared to do talking reels. They're scared to show up every day and sale, all because of this fear of visibility. They've been invited to the most incredible platforms and instantly want to say no. They're being invited to go and do collaborations, doing live, and can put them in front of the most incredible, huge audiences. And naturally, the subconscious mind goes no, so that you back off. So you go, oh no, it's not the right time, or I can't really fit that into my schedule right now. Or you naturally, your subconscious mind goes, what if I mess it up? What if I look like an idiot? What if I don't know what to say? What if they ask me a question and I say the wrong answer? What if I show up but it's boring and it's not that valuable? So you naturally go into this what if negative spiral. So we have to shift the way subconscious mind sees visibility. So for me, visibility, I don't even think twice now about showing up, doing a live. Am I prepped? Yes, to a degree. I've got 5 things, literally the fears, that's it, written down on my sheet. That's it. Why? Because confidence comes from competence. I've been doing this a very long time. I speak my truth. I'm speaking my heart. So for me, showing up now, I've done so much work, subconscious reprogramming on myself of it being seen. And a really interesting fact here is you would think, as being a performer, someone that has been performing from the age of 3, that I would just be born confident. I would just showing up on doing a live would be really, really easy. Wrong. Actually, because of years of being in the performing arts industry, actually gave me probably a ton more of beliefs around I wasn't pretty enough, and my brain would give all the evidence of auditions that I didn't get, or that I wasn't good enough because I didn't get into this girl band, or we didn't get signed by this record label, or this didn't work out. So if anything, being a performer isn't what enables me to be able to jump up on live and do this now. It's actually from the subconscious reprogramming I've done that allows me to feel safe. Now I feel safe to be seen. Now I'm not scared what an ex-best friend, an ex-boyfriend, Sally down the road, or ex-colleagues are going to think or feel. That doesn't even enter my head, right? But this is not from the fact I used to be a performer. It's from the fact that I've done subconscious reprogramming, okay? And then the 5th one is fear of money. This is a juicy, spicy topic. And I've seen this with clients that are more in the building stage of their business, where they just want to get to 5k cash months, 10k cash months. And I've also seen this massively in my clients that are scaling their businesses, because if your subconscious beliefs around money are in fear, in lack, in scarcity, in never going to be enough, if you're charging this, it means this about you. You're taking these clients, it means you're taking from other people. If you were brought up, which many of us were, from those stuck old beliefs, that conditioning, that becomes your blueprint around money. So if you are now feeling stuck at the income you're at, let's say you're at 10k months, you really wanted to break through to that next level, it will be your fear around money, around holding money. Maybe money doesn't feel like safe for it to come in. You just like, well, I make good money, but then it just goes out. Or I never seem to just hit my goal. It always just feels like a rat race. It's always feeling so hard. It's your beliefs around money we need to shift. Or let's say you're like, okay, I made a big month and this actually doesn't feel safe for me. I don't feel like I can hit it again. I'm feeling now pressure. I remember this when I hit the biggest month in my business, 60k. Yes, I celebrated. Yes, I was like, woo, this is amazing. And then quickly, because I hadn't regulated my nervous system around holding this money, and my beliefs were, I can't do this again. And if I don't do this again, I'm not going to be a success, and people are going to think I'm a failure. And there was all this pressure online, and I was getting triggered in all centers of it. Do you think I made it the next month? Absolutely not. It didn't feel safe for me. My subconscious mind was rejecting it. Even though every part of me wanted to create that same level of success again and have that money again, of course. And more importantly, be able to serve that many people in an incredible program again, it didn't feel safe. My subconscious wanted to reject it. So with our subconscious mind, it's going to filter through the things that actually serve us. And to our conscious part of our brain will mean certain things, but it's the subconscious that's ruling the show. So if you don't do that work around your relationship with money, if it doesn't feel safe, it doesn't feel secure, it doesn't feel loving and trusting and supportive, and it's got your back, then that's why you need to work on this. And I always share this with my clients, saying, pretend money, you're in a relationship with it. And if you were in a relationship with somebody that was saying, you're just never around enough, you're always around for every other person but me, like, I just want more of you. Why can't I have more of you? Like, I'm so annoyed and jealous that you're around everybody else. Oh, you want to show up now, but it's not enough. Sorry, you give me one night. I want a whole week with you. Why don't you ever stay at my house long enough? Why are you always at everybody else's house? Oh, you're always partying with everybody else and giving and sharing and being abundant to everybody else, but not to me. Do you think that relationship's going to work? Absolutely not. So if you wouldn't bring that into your loving marriage or friendships or relationships, why are you having this relationship with money? So we need to shift this. We need to shift the way you think and feel about money. Because if money is energy and we are energy, and everything about your business should be driven from that energy of fun and lightness, and this gets to feel good and playful. When you're coming from that energy, that's why you become a money magnet. That's why people say you're an energetic match to what it is that you achieve. But when there's resistance and when there's a pull and there's a rub, it doesn't matter how much you try and do. It doesn't matter how many times you sell. It doesn't matter if your program is the God's damn best thing ever. If you don't work on shifting these limiting beliefs, this blueprint you have around money that there's just never enough, or you make it and then you lose it, or you don't ever seem to hit your goal, or sales are really hard, or people are not buying, or the industry's really saturated, guess what? That is when you need to look in and realize this is the work you need to do. You have a fear around making money. You have a fear around not making the money. You have a fear around making it and losing it. There's some fears there that we need to shift. And this is all within the subconscious mind. So when you think about successful people, and I always use this example as my biz besties, okay? We are all four very incredible, independent individuals that have all create incredible results in our business. We all do very different things in very different ways because we're very different people. But the one common denominator of us all is our belief systems, is our mindset. And that blueprint will be the decider. That is why successful people have that belief that money always gets to be made. I always get to win. I'm a winner's win. I've teach my son this from literally the last 6 months. I say winners win. Winners win. And he believes that now. Winners win. I teach and ingrain to him that I can do, and he goes, anything. Because when you have that belief system that backs and supports you, trust me, put any strategy to that incredible belief system, you will thrive. And that's why I teach my clients different strategies, because my clients are all very individual. They're all very different. They don't all want to learn the same thing. And the strategies that I teach, let's say within my CEO Badass membership, right? There's a structure. I'm teaching you the step-by-step of the strategy, okay? But the difference is, it's the girls that take it, make it their own, boom. They're like, boom, boom, boom. And that comes from doing the belief work. And that's why in every area and every container that I do in my business, whether it's my membership, whether it's working with you one-on-one, whether it's my online courses, whatever it may be, there's a huge part of it that we start, which is the mindset work. And it's going way deeper than affirmations, meditations, they're all incredible tools, but they're like the surface level. Right now, you're not consciously saying, I want sales to be hard. Right now, you're not going, I don't want to make 10K in my business. You're not going, right now, I don't want to sell out my launch. Like, you're not saying that, right? Consciously, you're going, I want to sell out my launch. I want to make this happen. I want to freaking blow up in this particular industry. Or I want my reels to go viral. I want to be the go-to expert on TikTok. Whatever it may be. But it's what's going on subconscious is what's ruling the show. I always say this. It's the Beyonce of the girl band. And if you don't work with the subconscious, you're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And that's not what's going to work. We have to work on the way you have been programmed. And this is no shade to our mums and dads, our grandparents, our caregivers, right? They were just doing what they could do and what they knew with the information that they had. This conditioning goes way, 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 way back when. We have got to be the change. I've said to myself that I'm going to raise my son to the best of my ability to see things very differently, for him to understand about energy and abundance and business and mindset, and understand that anything is possible. Right? Sometimes it goes against me when I say something and he goes, but anything is possible. I'm like, yeah, not tonight, sweetie. Now we go to bed, right? So I'm not saying it always works with a 4-year-old, but I want you to pretend that when I'm going to be working on your subconscious mind, I'm not working on you as the age you are now with the knowledge and the experience and the incredibleness that you have. I'm working with the majority of the time an inner child. And so much of the work I do on a subconscious level, when my clients come to me, let's say, one of my clients today had a subconscious shifting session. So it's a very incredible, powerful session where we have 90 minutes together and then 2 weeks worth of Voxer support afterwards to really kind of just have that next level of support. And she came to me with a belief and we shifted it. But what was really interesting, she was like, wow, I can't believe what came up. Because it wasn't about her right now. It was a memory of when she was 9. And she was playing out in her business as if she was that 9-year-old. So we done some really powerful RRT on her in order for her to shift that. Once she was able to clear and shift that, she could then see it through the lens of who she is right now. Now she feels really excited to do this particular part in her business. Now she's like, oh, let me get with it. But it takes for us, I could have just gave her affirmations. She could be sitting there and go, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. Let me just meditate for half an hour and just, no, it's not going to work. Because we need to do the work on your subconscious mind first and foremost. And I'm not going to get into the science of this all. I want to kind of keep this as high level as I possibly can. But I want you to understand, and please do not think that you can bypass this work. Please don't think that you can out-hustle, out-strategize, because this subconscious work is a journey. It's a journey. It's something that you commit to. It's something you show up to. It's something that should be your non-negotiable. Every single day, I get up earlier than my house gets up. Normally an hour and a half before my son even thinks about opening his eyes. Why? Because I have my subconscious non-negotiable work. That is me really working on reprogramming my mindset, reshifting any subconscious beliefs that are coming up so it aligns with the higher self. It aligns with the version of me that actually is going to go and tackle today, that's going to absolutely smash today. That aligns with that CEO badass who says that she wants to achieve this in her business. Well, guess what? I show up and act as if I'm her. So doing this subconscious work is like warm up before you actually then go out. Let's say you're a footballer. You do a warm up before you then go on to the match, okay? It's like you not practicing your moves as a boxer and just thinking that you can go and do a professional fight. It's always going to come up. There'll be injuries. There'll be mindset hacks. There'll be so many things that come up to try and prevent you. So instead of trying to push underneath the carpet the beliefs that you have right now, think about something you want in business, that next level of success that you want. Think about what that is. And then whatever you put after the because, why you don't have that right now, that's your limiting belief. That is what we need to shift. That is what you are showing up subconsciously. That is your narrative every single day. You're showing up, you're doing a live, your subconscious mind's going, oh, I don't know if that was good. Was the lighting good there? Oh, do you think that's going to land? Oh, do you think, I don't know if that was a waste of time. I'm going to do this and like no one's going to buy. And your subconscious beliefs. They're playing out in every single thing that you do. That's why we need to shift it. By shifting that, it's like creating a solid foundations for you. And let's say you're like, well, Tash, I'm already making 5K right now. Brilliant. Can you hold that? Does that feel really safe for you? Does that feel really known for you? Or are you like wobbly and you're like, oh, I feel a bit wobbly. Like sometimes my money goes like a roller coaster. Brilliant. We need to do this work. If you're like, oh, Tash, like I have beliefs around signing my first 10 clients, 15 clients, whatever it may be. Yeah, we need to do the subconscious work. So then you have rock solid foundations. That is why my clients get incredible results. Yes, I teach them simple soul strategies. That's my thing. Got to keep it soul, got to keep it simple. But the work we do prior to that, way before we even think about jumping into that strategy, is the work on their subconscious beliefs. They like to call me the subconscious whisperer. It's how I'm able to rewire the way you have been thinking and feeling. I want you to pretend as if you are Do you remember back in school when you had those old PCs and you used to turn them on, and used to make such loud noises, didn't they? And like the bottom part of the PC was really like clunky and thick, and your screen was about this wide, right? None of this fancy thin stuff, right? It's like having that computer and then me giving you a software to put in and trying to stream Netflix on it. Do you think that computer is going to be able to stream Netflix? Absolutely not. Why? Because of its software. It can't manage that. Even though it may really want to play that Netflix, it won't be able to because of its software. It's reprogramming. Do you think I could put that onto my Apple Mac and it would work like that? Absolutely. Do you think I could put that onto my iPhone? It could work. Absolutely. Do you think you could put it onto a Samsung? It works. Absolutely. Of course. Why? Because it's programming. So there's just a little bit of a glitch. There's a little bit of a data that it's having a little bit of like moment. It's like when you remember you used to drive the car when you had a CD player. And if that CD case had any bit of a scratch, when that would go into the car, it would make it wouldn't play the song, would it? And that's exactly it. It's like you're expecting to have the big, incredible results, yet you don't have the belief system to back that. So if I said to you, how much do you back your beliefs? How much do you back yourself? How much do you back your programs? How much do you back the transformation you've got? Because I can promise you the reason why you're not selling out your launches or why you can't show up every single day selling, or if you are and you're not getting the results you want, it's nothing to do with the strategy. It will be to do with your beliefs around you selling up, you selling. It will be your beliefs around money. It will be your beliefs around success, about being visible, about not hitting success. It's your beliefs around that. That's what's actually sabotaging you right now. It's not consciously making the decision to sabotage you. Of course you're not. It's what's going on in the subconscious mind. So in pillar 1 of your 6 pillars to scaling to 6 figures, I really want you to focus on your own ability of your belief systems. Where do you feel and where are you sitting around what you can have and what you can't, what you have achieved and what you haven't. And this is the exact work I do with my one-on-one clients. And also when it comes to shifting this, let's say you're like, Tash, I'm really interested in your one-on-one, but I want to have a taster of this RRT. Like I'm kind of on the edge. I'm watching, I'm listening, and I'm like, ooh, but I really want to see this transformation for myself. DM me subconscious, and I'll give you the details of my 90-minute subconscious shifting session. It will change the game for you. There's not many things that I will 1,000,000% I back completely. I'll be like, listen, I'll caveat this by saying this. This I know will shift your limiting belief. Like I know it. Got stuck emotion, we'll shift it. DM me the word subconscious and we can chat about that. And if you're like, Tash, I'm already, like I don't even need to listen to the next 6 steps. I want to be working with you one-on-one for the next 3 or 6 months because I am ready to scale my business. I don't want to be playing small anymore. I really want to work on my limiting beliefs. I know that's what's stopping me. I had a client coming to me and she was making 11K months and she said, I want to get to 20K and I know it's not a strategy problem. I know I need to work on my subconscious beliefs. We did, bada boom, bada bing. What do you think she was hitting? 20K, of course. So I know you've got that level of awareness where you're going, I'm doing the strategy and it's working, I'm making money, like it's all feeling a little bit like nicey nice, goody good, but I want more and I want to feel that I totally back myself. I want to feel that what I make isn't validation to how I feel. I had a client come to me and she's like, I only feel great about myself when I'm making big high cash months. And I'm like, well, how do you feel when you don't? That I'm failing, that I'm not good enough, that I'm a fraud. Who am I to say do this when I didn't hit what I did last month? So having that self-worth intertwined so much into your net worth is very damaging and we need to shift that. And I've spoke about this before. One of the biggest thing that RRT done for me was enable me to detach away my self-worth from my net worth. So yeah, I felt like an absolute unstoppable badass when I was selling out launches, hitting high cash months. I was like, I am unstoppable. But when I didn't, or when my cash flow dipped down, or I didn't sell out the number of people I wanted in the launch, I didn't feel like I was a badass. I questioned myself. And that was because I didn't have that unshakable belief in myself. It was very reflective on what the outcome was, what I made that month, how successful the business was, had I been offered this, this, and this. So if that is you and you're like you're feeling great when things are going amazing in your business, but then you dip down. And that's really what I teach my clients about, having neutrality with money. Like, of course, I celebrate my clients. I get them to celebrate themselves. But they don't feel like a badass because they've hit their goal. They feel like that anyway. So they have this neutrality around money that when they make the money, it's kind of a bit like a known feeling. Have you ever felt that? When you say to yourself, oh, this feels like I've been here before. This feels like a really known feeling. That's what I'm going to teach you about reprogramming your subconscious mind. This isn't a one or done, okay? I'm not just going to magically put some fairy dust over you and go, boom, you've come to work with me, and that bada boom, bada bing, it all works out. I'm going to teach you the tools that are going to literally last you a lifetime, because there's going to be challenges that come up in business. This commitment to yourself and your mindset work is going to see you through every challenge, every adversity, everything that goes wrong between tech, managing people, clients, money, success, it all. Having subconscious reprogramming in your toolbox is what's going to set you apart, what's going to build you the most incredible, successful, but most importantly, sustainable business. And a successful, sustainable business means a CEO that is happy in herself, that is feeling freaking fun and light and like, I get to play and this feels freaking good. Is there work to do? Absolutely. But I know you're ready for that work. I know you're not sitting there going, oh, I'm just going to magically think this is all going to disappear. You're like, bring it on. If that is you, get into my DMs right now. I cannot wait to serve you and support you and scale your business to the next level. So tune in to the next live video. If you're watching this live, it's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to put the deets on my Insta story, so check that out at what time I'll be coming live. If you're watching this on the replay, then literally go straight next to the next post, because it will be training number 2, which is the pillar 2 in scaling your business to 6 figures.